Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Power running by Zeke. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Again, it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Gun. Here we go, 46. Here you go. Go ahead, 26.
Prescott from the gun. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Hustle.
Prescott now from the 50. They'll roll him out right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Tiger.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Down. Black 22. Black 22. Jet. 2 jet.
From the gun, here's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And it's now 3-0 Texans. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. 47. 47.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Ellington now to return it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. Third down here. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Reset. Hey, black 22. Black 22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Here we go, 46. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's got Thompson here, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Prescott now on second down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down. at the line of scrimmage. Second down, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. All right, get back. Let's go. Get out. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And here comes the Texans now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 4 and 8.
Prescott to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Let's go. Get out. Get out.
Here's Prescott. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, but some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Texans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Richmond.
The final shot before the break. Watson is going to go for a big play downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The final shot before break. Watson. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run with Miller, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll run it again with Miller. And a belly to run. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Richmond.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a give to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Richmond, take, back 22. Reset, 22.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Steps away to it, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Reset. Come back. Tiger. Down. Black 22.
Here's Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DJ Reader in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Go to 54. Why?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Awesome.
Throwing, Prescott. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Ellington. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First down, Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Here's Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Prescott now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now Prescott. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33. Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Prescott now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Prescott from the gun. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Prescott now. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Again, it's Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Richmond. Tiger. Green 39.
Running left is Miller. And some space here. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it's Miller. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. This is Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got